really appreciate you sitting down and doing this. Right, let me ask you the first question. So, what attracted you towards the academy in the first place?
Doing this academy, I'd say definitely after doing the boot camp, because what I learned in the boot camp was just absolutely phenomenal.
Cool. Okay.
Which you know, I've made aware on many occasions.
Yeah.
I think the boot camp last year, you said wasn't in the right time, but for me, massively in the right time, because obviously after the pandemic, my business went to absolute poop. And I lost 87% of my clients, and probably 80% of them still haven't come back. But obviously I've grown since with confidence in business and everything else. But yeah, I mean, what I learned on that boot camp was just, that was like the be all start of my business. It was, I think after the pandemic, it was like, I've got to start again. I've got to start again. What the hell did I do 16 years ago when I started? And that's for me was where I was at the time. I was in an all-time low, which is, you know, hard to believe, but I was in quite a not a nice position at the time. And obviously, as you know, I don't do stress. Stress doesn't like me. So I think doing the boot camp for me at that time, it was like someone saying, right, this is what you need to do, now do it. But on a very positive, like, if you're going to do it, let's do it right from the beginning, because obviously I probably spent 12 years winging it.
Yeah,
without a doubt spent 12 years winging it, and then it wasn't until I started, you know, seeking help and stuff, and actually becoming legal and all the rest of it and going into business rather than just being me, you know, me, myself and my mop.
Day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, a month-to-month basis. How would you describe it, and what do you have to say about it?
Oh, it drives me mad. No, I'm joking. It's nice that, like, you can chat to people, like even the WhatsApp groups. It's sometimes I come out and I'm like, how many messages?
I know.
But you've got to read them.
Yeah.
You've got to read them all, because it's like, oh God, I'm not the only person that's going through that. And it's nice to be, you know, I love to help people. So I like to see other people do well in their business.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy as well. So it's minimal work from me. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, if I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in the gym, I'm having my nails done, hair appointment.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not one for sitting down, but a lot of my being able to be completely off the tools and lazy is all due to the systems that I put in place after the boot camp. So
Yeah, because you only will clean if you want to. Like, you
I want
no
to.
obligation to do any of it.
There's no have to with me.
No. And you've got the VA that runs pretty much everything. Everything's documented using the software. Like, you're in such a nice position now. Let me ask you, how many hours, if you wanted to, like, how many hours could you work a week in your business? No, just be really honest. Like,
what day are we on today? We're on Thursday, and I think I've managed to do about 25 minutes.
Cool.
All week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll be honest, that time this week has literally been on Indeed. And I had a chat with somebody on the phone for about 5 minutes today.
Yeah. No, I'm sure, like, there'll be stuff that comes up if you've got an appointment, a quote or something like that. This is an important one. Yeah, it depends on the week.
I'd say worst case scenario, I'll probably spend 30 minutes a morning.
Yeah.
No, I'd say 25 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes just tallying at like 3 o'clock. And then my phone's off at 3 o'clock anyway, because I'm picking the kids up.
Now, there are so many people who feel like that is an absolute pipe dream, but the reality is it's completely possible, isn't it? But you do have to do the systems.
Yeah, it's all about the systems.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest wins that you've had since being a part of the academy, but also I suppose the boot camp as well, because you did the boot camp first and the academy? What are some of the biggest wins?
God, which one? I won my first tender, which isn't big money, but obviously one tender leads to lots of other tenders.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a £28,000 contract.
Yeah, huge.
On a commercial, and that was what was that, about 5 or 6 weeks after the boot camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but it isn't all financially. Like my biggest, I'll be honest, I think my biggest win is probably meeting Becky.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's so nice.
yeah. We're going on holiday together this year.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it's probably the biggest win for me is the people that I've met.
When you look at where you were pre-boot camp, pre-academy, and when you look at where you are now, what have been the biggest transformations between where you were then and where you are now?
I'd say confidence in doing it all correctly for me, because obviously I winged it before. Confidence in myself as well, because obviously I wasn't in a good place before boot camp, because obviously my business was just, I got to the stage of like, have I actually got the energy to start again?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd got to that stage. It was like, you know, I'm done. I can't be asked. I don't want to start again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think for the boot camp, really, was a bit to like give you a bit of like, you know what? It's going to be easy. Let's crack on. Where do we start, sort of thing? And I mean, after that boot camp, God, I did a website scrape and started emailing customers. And I think it was literally within 2 weeks of me doing the boot camp, I'd gained that contract. And it was literally cold emailing people with a commercial Google form.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your current cleaner? And it was literally as the companies were all businesses were starting to open.
Yeah.
So, and I sent out 50 emails out of 3,000 contact addresses. My VA did it. I didn't even do it. So she just sent emails out saying, "Are you happy with your current cleaner? Would you like a no obligatory quote?" And out of 50, the first 50, I got 3, and I was like, "Stop! Don't do any more because I've got more cleaners to put in." And yeah, I nailed a massive contract, and then obviously I've got this contract as well. I'm going to be quoting. It's just been put back to May, and that's worth about 156,000.
Yeah, you've had
That's
some
like
amazing wins.
4 cleaners, 6 hours a day or 5 hours a day, 5 days a week.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember you saying as well,
5,000 square foot.
Was it you said you grew 80% or something after the boot camp? Was that what the figure was? Something like that?
80% what?
You said something about growing by 80% or something, I think you said at one point after the boot camp. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it grew. Yeah, massively. No, since the boot camp. Since the boot camp, I've grown a good 80% easily.
And the funny thing is, the boot camp is just one aspect of what's in the academy. Last question. For anyone that's thinking about joining the academy, but they're kind of on the fence and they're not sure if it's going to be the right thing to do, what would you say to them? What would you advise them to do?
Stop wasting the bloody time.
What do you mean?
Just get on with it. If, at the end of the day, if they don't like it, then you can. It's not for you. But I'm not being. I've spoken to so many people, and so many people have come on the academy, and they're loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
Come to the dark side. It's good. I think I love it. So I think for me, I'm just like, stop wasting your time. For me, I'm just like, get on with it. They'll love it.
You don't work that many hours. It's systemized. You know what you're doing. You don't feel like you're winging it. You've got the confidence. You're picking up big contracts. You're making the money. You've got the support. You've got less stress. Did I miss anything?
Less stress.
Less stress.
Just less stress.
Less stress. If that's what you're looking for. What's your advice, Heather?
Join the academy.
Join the academy. There you go.